B-Marsh Boxing back at it. Was Goody TBC back at it with another boxing video. Now, nobody can tell me on this planet Earth that Jim Lampley was not part of the team that was trying to give Guillermo Rigondeux his first loss on Saturday versus Moises Flores. You know what I mean? You can't tell me he wasn't part of the agenda trying to you know what I'm saying, get this man Rigo robbed of his title, you know what I mean? First and foremost, this guy Vic Drakulich, man, I think this guy was also part of the scheme, you know what I mean? He was part of the deploy to try to get this man Rigo and get robbed of his title. Look at this fucking guy Moises Flores. This guy threw a punch too, you know what I'm saying? First and foremost, this guy Vic Drakulich, the referee. The referee, man, this guy didn't have no authority in this fight. This guy didn't control the fight. You know what I mean? You check it. He was the first thing he was saying for like the first 10 minutes of this controversy was, oh, the guy Rigo was holding Moises Flores at the back of the head, and that actually had nothing to do with this situation. You know what I'm saying? It had nothing to do. That late punch that Guillermo Rigondeux threw. Actually, he wasn't holding his head. You know what I mean? He wasn't holding his head. You know what I'm saying? It was a clean, free punch, okay? And a lot of people out here on these, you know, the usual suspects, you know what I'm saying? People been coming trying to tell me, oh, this man Rigo should have been disqualified. Get the fuck out of here. Should have been look. This is oh, okay. One right there. Left hook. A left hook put this guy on the canvas, you know what I'm saying? Now, Guillermo Rigondeux, like I said, was throwing a punch, but it was not intentional. That's the only way a guy should be disqualified. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way a guy should be disqualified, all right? The guy Montel Griffin versus Roy Jones, 1997. First man to take Roy Jones' loss from his record. It was a late hit, no question about it. It was a late hit. It was intentional, in my opinion, more than this punch by Rigo. You know what I mean? Even that last punch a few weeks ago, the fight I was at, Gay versus Durrell. Boom, that was right on. It was a little after the bell. That's a given, no question about it. Everybody could see that, you know what I mean? But Vic Drakulich was really trying to, but he didn't. He was trying to disqualify Rigo, but he didn't have his rule book or his facts correct. You know what I mean? You can't disqualify Rigo because the man held his head and threw 3 punches. No. I said that in my previous video. Muhammad Ali was a king at doing that. You know what I'm saying? He was a king at doing that. You know what I mean? And that wasn't even the what the you know what I'm saying, the infraction was about. You know what I'm saying? The infraction was, he was trying to say he wants to disqualify him because of holding on, but that's not a reason to disqualify, you know what I'm saying? And you know, HBO, man, the man Jim Lampley was the one basically coercing and you know, basically telling this man fucking Vic Drakulich to go ahead and look at the tape again. HBO was involved with this, man. HBO was trying to get involved with the story, you know what I'm saying? You see how that story was like when the Gay and Durrell fight I was at? That legitimate was a drama story, you know what I mean? And Showtime didn't intervene. HBO was trying to intervene in this situation with Vic Drakulich, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? They were telling the man Vic Drakulich, maybe you need to go ahead and look at the tape again. And then that's another thing. In boxing, when have you ever seen boxing replays to determine you know, the outcome or results of a fight? I've never seen that in my life. This ain't the NBA or the NFL, you know what I mean? Never seen that. They didn't use no instant replay in the Gay versus Durrell fight, you know what I'm saying? Even though the referee did kind of handle that one, he didn't handle it in the most affirmative way. Look at the punches. He's holding, okay. Rigo's holding right there. He's holding. This guy's throwing, he gets him off of him. Eat that left while he's throwing a right hand. So you trying to tell me that Moises Flores is not also throwing a right hand, especially with that late reaction and bad acting job? You know what I'm saying? So no, it's not intentional. That's not a reason to disqualify the man Rigondeux. Nor should be a non-contest. That's stupid. That don't make no sense. You know what should have happened? The guy Rigondeux should have got a warning. Late hit. Just like Gay versus Durrell. Gay hit Durrell twice. You know that, right? round 8, where he finished him off with a late hit, and the first one happened in round 2. Did the referee give this man Uskagay in that fight? Did he give him disqualify him? No, he did not. He gave the man a warning. That's what should have happened. This fight should have continued. You know what I'm saying? Vic Drakulich fucked it up. The Nevada State Athletic Commission. Look at this guy Drakulich watching the fucking replay. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not legal. They should be consistent. If they're going to do this in boxing, they need to do that for every infraction that they deem to be a late hit. Look at that late reaction, man. This guy went down like he had got hit with a baseball bat. You know what I mean? You check it, Moises Flores, man. You were in there for 3 minutes with Rigo. You seen you can't do nothing with this guy. Your best bet, you thought you could steal a championship from the man. You know what I mean? You thought you could steal the championship from the guy without having even to do anything. You know, Vic Drakulich, you fucked this up. HBO and Jim Lampley, you guys are in the business of trying to get Guillermo Rigondeux to have his first loss. You know what I mean? I seen a video from the young man, Fight Critic. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about HBO and Andre Ward and stuff. You know what I mean? Oh no, excuse me, Thomas Hauser. Thomas Hauser, the guy who's only claim to fame, in my opinion. Why he's even relevant is because of those Muhammad Ali biography books he wrote. You know what I mean? Now, this guy Thomas Hauser, according to the Fight Critic video, I haven't seen no articles on this situation, but according to Thomas Hauser, he was very adamant and he was trying to get Andre Ward also disqualified, talking about those were late hits. You know what I'm saying? Now, Thomas Hauser is a guy who's also affiliated with HBO. Now, those are two guys right there, HBO, Jim Lampley and Thomas Hauser, who are trying to derail these top pound-for-pound fighters. What is it with these guys? Look at this guy, fucking Drakulich. He actually gotta get looks like he getting advice from his senior Robert Byrd. You know what I mean? And there goes the Nevada State Athletic Commissioner executive, somebody Bennett. You know what I mean? And he kept telling them, man, you're the one in charge of this situation. You know what I'm saying? And then they went back and looked at the tape one more time. This guy got a phone call, Bennett, right then and there, and they got a phone call from somewhere saying that that the punch came after the bell. No, I'm sorry, came before the bell. You know what I mean? So that's when they awarded Rigo the KO. You know what I mean? Which also is not the right decision. It's not the right decision, but I don't give a fuck. Rigo's my favorite fighter. Y'all fellas try to steal a title from him, so fuck y'all, you know what I mean? You check it. The fight should have continued. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This guy, Rigo should have got his warning. This guy goes into the corner, goes and take your 1 minute break, and then you come back for round 2. That's exactly what should have happened, you know what I mean? That is exactly what should have happened. Not this controversy right here and HBO trying to get involved in the storyline, you know what I'm saying? And this is disgusting in my opinion, you know what I mean? It's disgusting because these guys actually didn't do their job correct. And actually, these guys were trying to take the victory away from Rigo when the fight should have continued, you know what I mean? If the punch was a late punch, okay, so be it. Everybody on this planet Earth knows that punch was not intentional. As in, like it's a late hit, like the bells rang and the guy's defenseless, and Rigo's just trying to throw a left hand at a guy who's defenseless. No, that's not what happened. These guys were in the heat of the moment, you know what I'm saying? In the heat of the moment, throwing punches. Both of them threw punches. Rigo's landed faster, you know what I mean? Obviously it is. He's the shorter guy. He's on the inside, you know what I'm saying? This is actually right here where they decided, that's the phone call right there, where this guy...
Intentional to be disqualification. You have to rule it intentional.
You hear what's his name saying that Paulie Malignaggi, it has to be intentional to be deemed a disqualification, and it wasn't, you know what I mean? So, you know, this is I said in my previous video, only way to really find out is give a rematch. But I don't think Moises Flores deserves a rematch. He doesn't deserve a rematch after this. Even though I'd love to see the fight again. I'd love to see the fight. If they happen to make it, let's see it, you know what I mean? But Guillermo Rigondeux got bigger fish to fry. What did he make that night? I think 175K. This guy Rigo's trying to get bigger paydays, man. And he's trying to go for the champions at 118, 126, and 122. You know what I'm saying? So Vic Drakulich, he was nervous the whole time. It's like the guy lost his total. He was like separated from his senses. He ain't have a clue of his duties as a referee. Like he forgot everything he learned in referee boxing school. You know what I mean? Yo, this punch was not intentional. The guy does not deserve to be disqualified. You know what I'm saying? Nor should it be a non-contest. No, the fight should have continued. So both fights, you know what I'm saying? This fight right here, if you want to blame anybody, you got to blame Vic Drakulich for the outcome of this fight, and also the Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev. If you want to blame anybody, you can't blame Andre Ward. Andre Ward did what he had to do, you know what I'm saying? Them fellas actually folded this man, Kovalev, you know what I mean? He beat him into a submission, you know what I'm saying? And the guy Kovalev was looking for any way out so he can get the decision, you know what I'm saying? But fortunately for him, I say fortunately because I don't like Kovalev, and that's not the reason why I wanted Andre Ward to win. Andre Ward, in my opinion, won it fair and square. But check this out, you know, the man, what you call it? The man Kovalev, the man didn't want to fight anymore. You know what I mean? He ain't want to fight anymore. So you got to blame Tony Weeks if you want to. But Tony Weeks, in my opinion, when I watched the fight numerous times, man, this guy, and I said that the first time I watched it, Kovalev was trying to get out of the situation, trying to, you know, bend his. He was turning his back on Kovalev and on Ward, and Ward ain't going for the kill. But it is what it is, man. Both right guys won, but it's not a coincidence that these two guys were, in my opinion, the top 3 pound for pound on the planet. Ward, Terence Crawford, Guillermo Rigondeux. Those are my top 3. You know what I'm saying? It's not a coincidence that HBO was really actually trying to rob these guys. You know what I mean? You check it. So, you know, just had to let y'all know, man, that Guillermo Rigondaux's fight should have been continued. This fight should have continued going on, you know what I mean? That late punch was just a late punch. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But fellas gotta be consistent, you know what I mean? You gotta be consistent with these boxing rules. And HBO trying to get involved was a disgrace. Jim Lampley telling Vic Drakulich to go look at the tape again. Are you serious? HBO it's obvious who they wanted to win this fight, you know what I mean? It's obvious, you know what I'm saying? So, yo, be Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know what y'all think about this situation with Rigo. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next vid. I'm out. Peace. And yeah, that's it, man. I'm out.